evening and welcome to the Laughing Monkey Music Show. Today, this great looking guy next to me, the newest guitarist for GWAR.
What's up? It's GRODIUS Maximus. Hi, Sean Ratches. I heard we were playing near where the Green River Killer dumped all those bodies back in the 80s tonight. You're coming to the show, right?
I am. I'll be there.
Cool.
I'm excited. I've never seen you guys live, so this is gonna be an experience for me. Yeah.
What happened? You had 40 years to get on top of that. What happened?
My therapist didn't think I was ready for it, but we feel
Understandable.
it's a big night. We've done a lot of practicing for it, circuses and loud music, and I think I got a lot of medication, so this is gonna be good for me. Exciting. This is actually you have a new video out today too. You just released the video. I was just watching it.
Oh,
fun.
True.
Yes. True.
It is
Cartoon.
Fun. It's a fun one. Yeah, it's a little too fun if you ask me.
Actually, I was thinking it's kind of it's not as gory as I would expect. It feels like it might have mass appeal, you know?
Gets his ass whipped somewhere in the end there. You might miss it. Everything just happens for 1 second. Malkanita is a badass, and I commend him on his years of hard work on this music video for this song that we just busted out of our asses 2 weeks ago.
We did Lot Lizard, which is hilarious, and then
hot
you have
dogs.
Hot dogs. Hot dogs are the best. And actually, the album's coming out too. So you got 7 songs, I think.
It's hard to keep track of anything over here, man. We're just like there are too many cupcakes on tour. I'm always on a sugar high. Never know what's going on, and I never know where I'm at. Yeah, but I think new songs are coming out, and Gorgor's here now. We gotta kind of always be watching our back for him. So I mean, not that we don't love him, but like he will eat us.
For this tour, how do you guys even prepare? Because your shows are insane. Is it even possible to prepare?
No, man, I'm usually just like, I'll go to Star Doodles. That's what we call Starbucks. Pretty cool little nickname we came up with ourselves. It's kind of,
very witty, yeah.
Very cheeky, yeah. Well, I'll just kind of hit my matcha lattes, but I'm going to hit those with Breve style is my new thing. So it's all half and half, and then the little swirl on top. And then, I'll sprinkle a little ketamine on that. So I'm usually just kind of chilling, lounging at Starbucks, just in the bathroom there, kind of, I'm usually passed out by the toilet, but, and then everyone else does a bunch of work, and then I show up, and then I take all the glory, so.
It's almost a secret to success that people could probably steal now and use that to help themselves. Maybe not.
Yeah, you can write a book off of that one sentence, that one run-on sentence that I just said.
Definitely a run sentence. Definitely needing punctuation and spelling check.
I don't worry about any of that stuff. I'm a space alien from outer space. We don't give a shoot about that.
Males are way up. White males have gone through the roof. White males way up. I talked about the word groceries for a while.
Groceries. As a space alien, how old are you?
It's tough to say. So the universe is what they say it's 13.4 billion years old. Stephen Hawking, blah blah blah, whatever. He didn't know anything. What about all the other dimensions and stuff like that. So I don't really know. It's tough to say. I feel like I felt like my most childlike state when I was in the 90s. So I kind of was really susceptible to the influence of Nickelodeon and Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and everyone's talking about the documentary that just came out, but I'm not going to watch it because I like to remember Pee-wee how I like to remember him, and that is sorry, I don't really remember what we were talking about. I no longer know who you're talking about. What was the next question?
The next question was, where's your influences coming from if you're from outer space? that's affecting you on this first? This is the first album you've actually recorded on. So how's that playing to you?
I think that's true, but I think that telepathically I've been there all along, influencing GWAR to perhaps, pursue all kinds of earthly, decadent delights and scary, divine poo-poo platters, if you catch my drift. So, I mean, let's just say I like noise as to listen to noise. I like harsh noise, and that's kind of the main influence I'm trying to bring to this band if we're talking technically. And I don't want anything to sound cool. I want it to sound noisy.
And I think accidentally you're sounding good, though. I think you need to work on that. I know.
Every time.
Over the years, the records are just keeping getting better. The production's better. You guys are actually writing songs.
Yeah.
I'm seeing you up there with Celine Dion and getting Grammys. I mean, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah. Well, Garth Brooks he's on my speed dial right now. We're trying to get him to produce one of the next things that we're working on. We're trying to get Garth Brooks. We're trying to get the guy from Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum, maybe Dan or Nils or any of those guys, or like Carlo. Like those guys are. We just want to work with cool people. So it's either mega pop country 90s superstars or really avant-garde noise rock people. So, no, nothing in between. It's going to be polar opposites. So, but we did work with Kurt. Yeah, thank you, Sean. But Kurt Ballou did, from Converge and God City fame, did end up mixing these 3 songs, which was really a wonderful thing. I actually ran into him in catering recently, and we were both pooping and holding hands in the stall there. So,
I'm glad I'm not the only one that does that. Great is the 3 songs I've heard are fantastic, and actually talking to you and just looking into those crazy eyes of yours, I actually lost my question. This is it's nice to have somebody as good looking as me on the show. It's usually not handsome of a person to do this.
Together, teamed up, we're too much.
We could probably do karate in the garage. With the touring, are you guys able to actually? You know who else you guys play with? Air Supply. That's the bill I want to see happen. Never
heard of them. If it's before the golden era of music, and that's 1999 to 2002. If it's before or after, I don't really know what you're talking about.
Oh my
Air Supply,
God, you're breaking.
Yeah, so sorry. I know about Drowning Pool and Puddle of Mud and good Creed years, and then Nickelback is not one of my favorites, but I don't know who Air Supply is.
I think it's cool to now like them, to go the other way now. Everyone's gone so badly to beat them up. I think we should go the other way now, just to confuse people. It's like in a pool. You're going one way in the whirlpool, you go the other way. It throws off the whole thing.
Yeah, it's like when you're in Australia, you got a cyclone instead of a tornado because one goes the other way, and it's, gravity. I don't know, the hemispheres, what's going on? Only Stephen Hawking could, bless his soul, can tell us.
For touring, so how actually, you guys generally have to do your own shows, though, right? For your own audience, like you have to headline or do like a festival.
We're doing
finding a spot for you with regular bands, though, is not a normal thing, I would think, right? Because you have your own audience.
Well, now that you mentioned Air Supply, we're thinking about hitting them up and having them take us out because they obviously probably have a much larger audience than we have. We're lucky if we get 300 to 200 people out at a bar show these days, really, honestly. So, and please take us on tour. Hey, not that we're begging or anything, but take us on tour.
I might be talking to him in a little while again, and there's some crazy guys, so you never know those guys. They're pretty fun. You never know. So tonight for the show, how are you guys deciding songs though? Because obviously you want to do some new songs. You got old songs you have to do. Your audience is very intense. You can't let anybody down.
No, no, we're all about letting everybody down. We're gonna do whatever the heck we want, Sean. We're about pleasing ourselves, and all individually too. It's like, I'm gonna be playing songs from this album, and Jizmap's gonna be playing songs from that album, and it's gonna be both at the same time. And like I was saying about noise earlier, it's just a kind of mashup of GWAR insanity. So if you come, it's gonna be a very, very experimental set tonight, and it's gonna be really kind of similar to
In my kids' recitals when they were younger, it felt like they were all playing different music too, even though they weren't supposed to be.
that's the best. That's the sweet spot, and that's what you got to capture, that youth and the imagination of the childhood innocence there, yeah, and just experimentation, in my opinion.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nation.
So the change over to actually becoming an official, was there any kind of like hazing to become an official member? Being the newest?
Since I came in, I've been stabbing them with this fork. This is my sign stabbing fork that I use on all of them. And then also another thing that I like to do, everyone has their own little individual water bottles that they keep milk in. And I have been, leaking some of my, what's it called? Smegma into everybody. So they're getting the hazing, not me, and which is kind of like a weird reverse. It's like a power move that I like to do on the guys, especially Sawborg, because he's always in the back just like farting around, dicking around, and I'm just like, yeah. So I got to really lay it on thick with him with the smegma.
Would any special moments that you guys having with touring you wanted to share that the fans may not get? Obviously, maybe being able to talk to is a kind of a special moment that the fans don't get to experience. So from this conversation, I think people should maybe glean a couple special things that they wouldn't get to see normally.
Actually, I've been kind of doing this individually with every fan all throughout the day. So like, you got another 3.5 minutes and then I'm on to the next one. So I got like 700 people to do today. And, unfortunately for you, this isn't like the most, exclusive. Or you remember when Trump the other day was like, "Oh, I'll give this key to you, but I give it to everybody. It's kind of like that. It's really not that special, unfortunately.
It's okay because I'm actually talking to the third drum tech for Nickelback after you, and I had to get ready for that. That's only why I have my camera on to talk to you, so it works out. You know,
Happy for you about that. Yeah, oh, man, badass, cool.
It's all about priorities, and and that's where mine lie too.
I'm with you.
Static X with you. How'd that come about? Is that just friends of the band, or just makes sense on the road?
They came out in like 1999 or whatever, and then they were doing very active into the years between 99 and 2002. So that's the golden era of music. That's the heyday. So obviously they were on my radar, and I think that's what happened. I mean, it's just they're one of the only bands I've ever heard of. Honestly, nu metal is king and always will be, and you can really expect a lot of nu metal coming out of the GWAR camp in the years to come. Just setting that on the record straight. So, and Static X are really sweet. And
that's hilarious because you guys didn't come out in that time period, and you guys were just really a punk band. And to say nu metal breaks my heart. So,
oh man, well, you got the umlauts over the U, and then Ballsack's got umlauts over the A's. So, I think there was always, that's kind of like what's the word? An Easter egg that maybe was predestined to superstardom for the
it's
band.
An Easter egg. The egg's rotten. It's an old egg.
But it's pretty. It was painted. It looks nice. It's been sitting in like a storm drain for a while.
I was gonna say Fabergé, but I think storm drain probably is right. No. I think storm drain is better.
No, you're right though. Little known fact: Beefcake has a whole collection of Fabergé eggs that he brings on tour, and he keeps them in the back there. And if anyone even breathes on them, you're gonna get a whooping. So
that's fantastic. I want to thank you. This has been a nice little taking a break and talking to me today, and excited to see you at the show tonight. I mean, it's gonna be hard being side by side with you. I hope people can tell us apart. I mean, they're definitely gonna be a lot of broken hearts. I see it. I see it coming. Anything the fans can look out for tonight's show, or just in general? I want people to come out to see you guys. Yeah. And on a serious note, I do want to say the 3 songs I heard are really good. And actually, I think it wouldn't be serious. You don't have to be serious, but this is as a band, GWAR has always grown and continued to. The songwriting's gotten good. Always has a lot of fun. Doesn't take himself too seriously. Really great bunch of guys. You go online, check out all different interviews from different other podcasters or pieces that they've done. They're celebrating 40 years. Check out the new video. Actually, just go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, support them. Go to the socials. You know, say hi to this knucklehead here, the new guitar player. You know, he might stab you with a fork though. That's on you. You know, you might need a tetanus shot before you do it. I'm getting 3. Same spot in the arm right before I come see you. You know, and I don't know if they're really a doctor. They say they're a doctor that's going to give you the shots, but they have a sponge with their name out on the wall. So it's like, is it really a doctor, not a doctor? You don't know. But, you know, anyway, any last words or any suggestions you want to talk about for the tour that people can look out for?
We're looking forward to Eiffel Towering babes with you tonight in the dressing room, Sean. Studs McKenzie over here with Studs. What's a name that rhymes with Mackenzie?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head.
Well, we got to figure this out.
Lindsay, I don't know. I have to make up a word. Lindsay, I don't even know.
Mackenzie. Okay, something like that. Well, you and me, buddy, we're gonna be hitting it tonight. So that's what the fans
We can be best friendsies. How about that? That rhymes.
Okay, I like that. That's pretty cool.
That's a pretty good one. All right, brother. Thank you for being on the show. I'm looking forward to seeing you later on today.
Love you,
take care.
Rise